Hey guys, I'm Ashley.
I'm Phillip.
And this is Conserve the Right, and we are going to be reacting to Tom Macdonald Whiteboy. We have already done Dear Rappers in Exposure. So basically, after Exposure, when he was still getting a lot of heat, he made this song to kind of say...
Apologize?
Well, you'll see. You'll see what he made this song to say. I want to get your opinion on it.
I hope it's not to apologize.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hid my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes.
It's not an apology
So
song.
it's not an apology song.
So that makes me feel good.
It is most certainly not an apology song, but basically he was catching a lot of flack because he was white.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like he was talking about rappers, and they're like, "Oh, you're just some stupid white boy. You don't know what it's like in the hood. You don't know blah 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 blah."
So basically, a lot of the same flack that Vanilla Ice got.
Maybe. I really don't think we can compare Tom Macdonald to Vanilla Ice.
Oh, no.
I really think that's an unfair comparison.
Okay, I get that.
But it's very
Vanilla
similar.
Ice was very commercial.
Okay, maybe more similar to the same flack Eminem got.
Okay.
Because Eminem got a lot of heat for being white when he first started too.
Yeah.
But Eminem didn't have dreads or braids like Tom Macdonald does. But Tom Macdonald's Canadian.
You think my hair would look good like that?
Braided? No. No, I don't.
Is it because of the bald spot?
No.
No.
It's not because of the bald spot.
It's because I'm old, isn't it? You're ageist.
I am ageist. Also, your hair's a little frizzy curly to be doing braids like that.
That's why
Yours would turn into dreads real quick.
That's why you make me wear a hat.
No, you wear a hat. He usually wears it forward. I make him wear it backwards so you can see his face.
My hair is definitely long back here.
It's not that long.
No, it's not that long. Not up top. The back's getting pretty close.
All right, let's get back into it.
I get that.
Be up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. A Nazi, white supremacist. Anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white.
So I feel like it's important to point out he didn't censor it. He didn't say it. You know what he was implying to be said, but he didn't say it. It's not that he believed it. He actually didn't say it. Which I agree with. Is a position I agree with.
Say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white noise. I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
If a black man.
So a lot of the flack he was getting was because he was white. So he was basically like, you can't tell me not to say it because I'm white. Like,
I got you. That makes.
Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha because her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps and stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
What?
he says, you're letting history perpetuate the hatred within.
Yeah.
And then you paint with the brush you painted slave owners with.
Yeah, that's actually pretty deep right there.
I know, it's very deep. It was very moving the first time I heard it. I was just like, and do you remember what I was telling you in that other video where I was talking about you can't say you're colorblind or we all bleed the same or whatever? Like, you can't say that if you're white without them calling you racist.
He just did. So I want to mention something else that he did right there. And I don't know if you caught this or not, but notice he said we all bleed the same, whether we're Kennedy,
Martin Luther King
Martin Luther
or
King.
Kennedy. Yeah.
Right? So that is two men that died, one definitely for the Civil Rights Act, and the other one arguably for that, but he definitely had a big part in what was going on with all that. So I really like the fact that he put those two names, two people that were actually shot and killed, bled the same, and for the same cause. One of them had, Kennedy had a few more causes. That wasn't his only one, but it was a huge one for him. I love the fact that of how he put those two together that way.
Yeah. And it's a wonderful message.
It is.
Don't say that, white boy. Oh, you so bad, white boy. You wish you were black, white boy.
Did you catch the cultural appropriation thing? Where he was like, he stole the culture right from the blacks, or he's white and he raps. He stole the culture right from the blacks.
Yeah.
He got.
Dear white boy.
White boy, white noise. I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you want to hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes, acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate.
So you see what he's saying. He's like, how is it not racist for you to
Call me racist.
for you to demonize me because I'm white?
Yeah.
For you to hate on me because I'm white. How are you saying things about me because of my race? How is that not racist? How is that what Martin Luther King fought against? You know?
Yeah, you're exactly right.
The next part I don't agree with.
Call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis. I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't because they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely because the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I get the part that you don't agree
The
with.
Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. Like, I think that's just too simplistic a way to look at it. I'm not a big fan of Bush or
It
the
is.
Rothschilds or whatever, but
Well, I get that.
to
but
say
also,
that it just sounds so like Marxist to me. It's the proletariat. I mean, it's just rich people aren't evil either. Okay? Don't hate me because I'm white. I don't hate you because you're black. Don't hate me because I'm poor, and I won't hate a rich guy because he's rich.
Yeah.
Okay? That's just, to me, that just makes everything worse. But where he talks about fighting hatred with hatreds, just making the hate more intense.
Right.
It's just, I mean, that's what's happening right now with the far left and the crazy Nazi people.
Right.
You know, like the whole Charlottesville thing. You know, they did that same rally the year before. They had the exact same rally, but nobody showed up to protest, and all they did was sit there and talk for a couple hours, and then they went home.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. 5 people showed up. Wasn't a big deal. And then Charlottesville happened, and, you know, thousands of people showed up and surrounded their event and tried to get them pushed out, which I don't like the people either. I didn't like the people that were at Charlottesville, but, you know, they did apply for a permit. We do have a freedom of speech in this country, and you can't just shout somebody down. But
Well, if they're shouting at you, you can.
But
I get that.
it just wound up, you know, somebody wound up dying. In Berkeley, they freaking burned down half of Berkeley because Ben Shapiro was speaking. Ben Shapiro is not a Nazi. That's just crazy.
Well, I get what he's saying about, you know, fighting the hatred with hate. That's why I'm a big Martin Luther King Jr. fan. Not so much Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and you know that from me, just from because I raised you.
That's why I like Black Panther so much. I thought it was a very clear Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X narrative.
Haven't seen it.
You've got to watch it. It's really good.
I will. I just don't get watching.
It's very clear about Martin Luther King versus Malcolm X in the movie. It's great.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
But this song was very bold.
It was very bold.
It was very bold to say that kind of stuff as a straight white male in 2018. I mean, that is, you gotta have some balls.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's just being, he's just being true to himself. You know? Even the part that, like, you didn't like with the Rothschilds and all that. I mean, hey, if that's what he believes, then that's what he believes.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
He's saying.
Right.
So,
I mean, I obviously I disagree with him politically because he's a lefty guy, but he's not a leftist.
yeah.
He's a guy on the left, but he still believes in freedom of speech. He still believes in, you know, all those great good things that lefties used to believe in. I just, you know.
Well, the problem is not the left or the right. The problem is the extreme left and the extreme right. That's where the problem is. Somewhere that's just about perfect is right in there, and that does not mean moderate. That's not what that means.
It means center right. That's what's perfect.
Yes, center right.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's where you should be.
But I mean, most normal, regular people that are on the left, they don't have these crazy, extreme ideas. The problem is, a lot of them are still voting for the far crazy left because that's all they have left to vote for. Because the crazy far left won't let anybody else into that political part because they have the machine over there that basically runs everything. And if you don't think that,
Well,
just look at who your local people are that you're electing, and look at the people on your that are representing you nationally, and see if you can't tell a difference.
yeah. Well, I forgot what I was going to say.
I'm sorry,
It's okay. Obviously, it wasn't that important.
I talked too long.
But, no, I thought I remembered, but I didn't. It's still gone. It's still gone. It's
Brain
still gone.
fart on camera.
Super wonderful.
At least it
It's
doesn't
great.
smell.
Well, brain fart shouldn't smell. If your brain fart smells, you need to go to the doctor. Do you want to listen to the last chorus?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It's just the same thing.
Don't say.
Yeah, it's just the same
I'll
thing.
listen to it later. That's fine. All right. Well, I guess that's it then.
That is it for today. Let us know what you think of this song. Do you like it? Do you think it was ballsy? And let us know if there's anything else you would like us to react to down in the comments. Bye, guys.
Give us a like.